With the new release of Davinci Resolve, Blackmagic updated the magic masking tool, but how good is it? And is it worth us actually using? Let's find out. To use Magic Mask, all we gotta do here is find a clip that we wanna mess with. So let's just say right here, we're gonna use this clip, for example. We'll turn off the color grade for right now. Then we'll go over here to our color page. And let's just create a new node by clicking Option S. When you click Option S, we're going to go into our magic mask, which you'll find it right here. And all we have to do now is we find the positive, and we're going to click on her face, maybe her nose. We just want to get several clicks so it knows what to track, you know? Okay. And we're going to click over to better. And we're going to go track forward, track backwards. The masking is done. Let's see what we got. We're going to press Shift H, and we're just going to take a look at what's happening with the track. As I told you before, it's not perfect. I mean, look at this. There is some areas where it could not track, which is fine. I mean, we could honestly subtract from the mask to make it better. Like right here, we're gonna have to go frame by frame. So we can go click on our brushing tool, and let's say we don't want this in our frame, right? Take that out. We'll take that out. We'll take that out. The cool thing about the magic mask is that it now has it to where it will automatically determine what the subject is. And you could go in here and make your fine changes, like subtracting paint stroke or even adding in the paint stroke. Let's just say we want to add more into the background. We can do so. And we can also adjust our mask. This was a tricky shot to do. But overall, I mean, this did do a pretty decent job, especially for what it's working with. Now for shots like, let's just go in here. And let's turn on my color grade. Turn off that. And let's just go ahead and try to mask this subject a little bit. Okay, so now let's go to Shift H and see what it did. It did do a really good job. It's picking up someone else here, so it's cutting that out. So what is the point of using Magic Mask, especially in the color grading form? Well, let's just say that you want to isolate the subject from the background. Well, there is other tools that you can use, like depth map, and you can do power windows, etc. But this makes it a lot easier and a lot faster to do. So now let's just say that we want to brighten the background. We can go in here and click on a new node, Option S, and we'll come in here and we'll click on this. This is called invert. And now you see we isolated the background from the subject, and we're going to track this alpha channel. And we're going to come in here, and now let's just say we want to bring up our background, right? Give it more of this hazy look, We can drop down the highlights. We could even desaturate it. Let's just say that now you want to make the background a little bit more blurry. You can put in a different effect. Let's just say we want to do defocus background. This tool does a pretty decent job on doing this. We'll adjust the mask. Okay. We'll see the mask preview right here, what we're dealing with. We'll invert the mask because we want to affect only the background. Now look what happens. We can really dive in here if we really wanted to and get pretty stylistic with it. And let's say we want more of an anamorphic look. I mean, look at this. This is freaking nuts, okay? And then we'll just blend it out a little because we want it not to be so harsh. Take down the blur a little. And let's say that we want to add more to this. Well, we'll create a parallel node here. And on this parallel node, we'll track that alpha channel. And let's just go ahead and cool it off a little. Give it more of that sci-fi green tinge. That's what I like to call it. Maybe we can bring down the highlights a little. Bring up the punch. I mean, look at that. Look what it did to it. We'll click this on and off. It really brought in that subject a lot. Now we could come in here and adjust the masking just a little because I feel like it's a little bit too harsh around the edges. And we could do so by going in here and just making some subtle changes here, okay? Let's clean up the blacks a little. Let's clean up the whites and let's bring in a lot of blur. Yeah, see, that makes it a little bit more believable, right? So let's just take a look at this. I mean, that's nuts what it did. Oh, in order for us to toggle the masking overlay, just to see what's happening, like you can do Shift H where it shows you what kind of mask you have, but you can do the red, which is old school right here, where you can actually see what's being selected. If you're a filmmaker breaking into the industry or just starting to learn to edit and color grade using Davinci Resolve, this is for you. The new AI-powered magic mask is a game changer, okay? You just have to simply click. It's that simple. A lot of tutorials out there, let's just be honest, they're still showing the old workflow, like drawing the strokes and choosing between person or object. But in version 20, all that is gone. Even with the update and, you know, the better AI models that they introduced, I'll just be honest, no mask is perfect. Sometimes it just grabs a little bit too much or misses small details like jewelry or shadows. That's where the new paint tool will come in handy. You can use the green plus brush to actually add to the mask, and you can use the red minus brush to subtract from the mask. Just to save you guys the frustration and the headache, paint fixes are frame by frame. If the issue shows up across the clip, you just have to go back and refine your clicks or tracking. It even handles depth changes in the occlusion better than the older version. Like, I want you guys to think about like someone walking in front of your subject. Magic Mask will track around it more intelligently. It's not perfect, but it still does it. Now, I want you guys to keep in mind that this tool is only available in the studio version of Resolve. And if you guys are using the free version, this tool won't show up. And if you are using Magic Mask to isolate parts of your image for color grading, the next step is deciding how you apply those grades. Still using LUTs? They might be limiting your control more than you realize. I actually made a full breakdown showing how I replace LUTs with DCTLs and why tools like Qazi's Toolkit are now part of my daily workflow. You can watch that video right here. I'll see you guys in that video.